Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm an idiot because I just went through 45 minutes of recording and showing you guys the stuff in the new pack, and I forgot to switch my camera so that I'm not the full screen. So I was doing it and it's useless. So that's, amazing. Also, there's been like weird noises around my apartment. I don't know what's going on, but we just heard like a giant boom and we're like, what the heck? So kind of works out in that sense because it was just being weird and I don't want to do it again. But the thing is that I wasn't really feeling what I was doing anyway. I was going through the pack and like going through the game, showing you guys everything, and I was just like, you guys have seen this. You don't need to see that again. I'm just going to give you guys my opinions personally on the pack itself. So when I was playing, I did utilize cottage living a lot, and I wanted to like see how the two work together, and I wanted to see how it worked with pets. And cottage living in this pack work very well together. However, it is very difficult. I had to eventually make my sim get married because she just was like literally moment she woke up was taking care of the ranch, all the little goats, all the little sheep, all the chickens, the cow, the horse. So I had eventually had to have my sim get married. So I like downloaded a sim from the gallery because I just didn't feel like making one, and I got a sim to help, and so I kind of like wanted to put him in charge of the ranch part, and then she was going to be in charge of like gardening or something, and then I was going to make her eventually go into nectar making. And then my sims had children, and I'm not kidding, this was one of the most stressful playthroughs I have ever done. These freaking toddlers and infants just would not stop crying nonstop. Like I'm very much, I try not to like cheat and age up unless I'm like doing something specific, but like I was trying to actually like play it like wasn't trying to like critique it in any way. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if there's like a glitch or what happened, but my sims literally could not sleep. Or maybe I'm just not used to having infants anymore without UI cheats because it was down because of the update, and I tried downloading it, it wouldn't work, and then whatever. I was getting so over it, and my sims couldn't even take care of the ranch anymore. I was getting so stressed. It was probably the most stressful playthrough again like I have just ever done. It was just absolutely insane. But I digress. When I just had my two adult sims, they were doing pretty well, taking care of the ranch. I did do some of the competitions as well. We did pretty decently. The mood definitely affects how well your horse does in the competitions. Because I had times where I was out leveled in some of them and I still didn't place or I got bronze because my horse wasn't like in a good mood. So definitely make sure your horse is in a good mood before you do a competition. It's the best way to do it. I didn't go through like the full competition of it because I ended up, as I said, I had those kids and they just did not want to shut up. Anyway, for the build buy, I think for what this pack is, this is some really good build buy stuff. The highlights of build buy are definitely the new windows we got, but I wouldn't put them at number one, I guess, because I do wish we had gotten more of those windows. We got some really, really nice ones. Just didn't have a big variety of like sizes, and that's kind of frustrating because they were really, really good, and I could definitely see myself using them a lot in the future, but I don't know how often I'll be able to with the lack of sizes. But they still look amazing enough that they're on the list of being good. Like the wall paints were really good. They had like rustic versions and clean versions, which is really nice that they did that comparison. So you can still do the gameplay, but you can still use them in other worlds and stuff. So it still fits. Another highlight from Build Buy is definitely the dollhouse. It is so cute. It is so cute. I'm obsessed with that little dollhouse. I'm gonna put it everywhere. I love it so much. But you can definitely do a theme with this build buy. It's definitely like a themed pack. It kind of emphasizes how this really kind of should have been a game pack, because considering it's an expansion, there's really not that many for like there could have been more build buy, especially for kids. There's really not much for kids at all. Now, if we go into cast, I think the male adult stuff is really good. For once, we got a lot of men's stuff, which is rare, but that was really nice to see. Now, for the female Sims, there was only really a couple outfits that I really, really like. There are definitely some I can see myself using in the future for sure when I make Sims, but there was only like really a couple items that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use this all the time. So that was kind of frustrating for me, but like again, we have so many options for clothing in The Sims, and there's always CC if I don't like something. So I'm not that mad about that. It was just kind of like a oh kind of thing, you know? Like there's definitely a lot of stuff they could have done that they didn't. And then for cast for kids and toddlers, we did get that really cute horse onesie. Adorable. But yeah, it's lacking so much for kids. Like I think there's like one or two shirts for actual kids. I don't know the exact number, obviously. I don't remember outfit wise if there's any for kids, and then there's just like one thing for toddlers and infants, and it's just like it was like this was such a good opportunity for like all this like horse merch, ranch merch. I'm trying to think of like other things like bunch of like little cowboy outfits. Like it would have been so cute, and I really, really feel like they missed the ball on that one, and it's upsetting. And I've heard a lot of other simmers say the same thing for the gameplay. Wait, what am I on? So some of the issues I have with the pack. So I've already mentioned number one, which is the lack of stuff for kids, and that's like a theme in The Sims 4. Is it's always a lack of stuff for kids, and teens. I don't really know. It's probably about the same as like with adults and stuff because they usually have the same stuff. It's just, it's such a missed opportunity just to include families more. Like yes, we've been wanting horses in The Sims, but we've also been craving more of that like family stuff, and they've given us that with some of the packs. But like just because they did those packs doesn't mean we don't want them to like stop with the kids now, because that's like a big thing we've been wanting since the beginning. Another thing that bothered me a little bit when I was playing through, so I don't know if anyone else had this problem. I haven't seen anyone else say anything about it. So I had my sim start at the starter home in like the downtown area of the new world, and when I moved to a different lot, it put all my goats in the inventory, but like when I placed my lot down, the goats were still there. It was really weird. Like all my goats and like sheep and whatnot, they were doubled. So I'd have like two goats named Cat and two goats named Skittles, and it was just like it was very confusing. So I had to keep renaming all of these goats, and I ended up having like 15 goats because I was like, or in sheep, and I was just like, what the heck? It just duplicated all of them, and it put them in my Sims inventory and then like in the household inventory. So it's like they were doubled. It was really weird and it was annoying. So I'm not sure if anyone else had that issue. It might have just been me. I haven't seen anyone say anything. So, but I did hire a ranch hand at one point just because I had heard some issues people were having, so I wanted to see if that issues happened to me. So I didn't really have any issues with the ranch hand actually. It was kind of weird that they were like messaging me like we were best friends after I hired them. That was kind of weird, but I noticed it was doing that with my maid too in my like other personal save that I was doing. They just kept like contacting me suddenly, so that was kind of weird and annoying. But other than that, I really didn't see too many glitches with this pack. I was actually having a lot of fun playing it. I definitely think in my spare time I'm going to continue to play with this ranch family that I've made. But this video doesn't need to be super long because you guys have already seen a lot of the stuff. So those are just my opinions. I would probably recommend this pack. It depends on your playstyle for sure. If you liked cottage living, you definitely will like this pack. I will 100% say that. It works very well with cottage living. So you can have like a full-on ranch. You don't even have to like really do the horse riding stuff or the horse competitions. You can just have a horse on your lot that you ride around sometimes. And if you're into family play and you don't really care about like animals and stuff in your game, this is definitely probably not a pack for you. It's just not very like family oriented. The kids can get on the horse as soon as like once they age up to kid, they can be on the horse and ride the horse. You can't really like teach the kid to ride the horse and stuff though. There's not a lot of like family interaction. So if that's the kind of gameplay you're going for, I wouldn't recommend it. If you're a builder, I highly recommend it. The stuff in here is really amazing, and there's new cabinets. That's another plus for this. There's new cabinets, and they're the new cheap cabinets. Like, they are the cheapest cabinets other than the crappy ones from City Living. So it's like we have a good cheap cabinet. So like Highly recommend just for that reason alone, honestly. If you're a cast person, like you like to make Sims and not really play with them, I know there are some people out there that do that. It's okay. It's not, you obviously have to stick with a theme, whereas with the build buy, you can kind of combine themes, but the cast is very yeehaw. So if you want to have some themed Sims for cowboys and cowgirls and whatnot, it's definitely good. If you like building families, again, not very good because there's not a lot of stuff for kids. Sorry if you hear some clicking noises. My cat's trying to get into the room. Oh my god, I didn't even talk about the horses. Lou, it's a horse ranch. Okay. The horses are made very, very, very well. It's fun that you can customize them. Like, I did like a very small Let's Play where the one that I was going to originally record, that ended up having to stop doing. I made a unicorn and it was so pretty. You could make it pink, you could give it the horn, you could give it like a rainbow horn. They have little leg warmers and just like, the cast for horses is great. It's the same as cats and dogs. So if you have cats and dogs, you already kind of know how to go about it. The animations are really cute. Like when your sim is brand new on the horse, it gets like, oh my god, I'm on a horse, I'm scared. And then the more comfortable your sim, gets, the more confident they are. They're like, I was scared of this. I'm like holding the reins like I'm on a horse. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't have any glitches personally with them. Well, that's a lie. No, I did have some glitches. I had a glitch with my horse a few times. So my biggest glitch with the horse was I would leave the horse, like get off the horse after riding it, and it would be stuck in the middle of the neighborhood. And then my sim would run home, even though I told it to ride it home. So I did have issues with the horse just sitting there. And unless my sim personally went back to go get the horse, it just stayed there. So it would just like start starving and like it wouldn't poop or anything, or it would poop a little sometimes. Like I tried calling it back. So that was definitely a glitch I had with the horse. I completely forgot about that. That was my only really big glitch though. I didn't have any other issues, I think. Definitely some bugs that need to get fixed a little bit, but again, it's a new pack. Like, that's gonna happen. It happens, unfortunately, with anything. Opinions on it. I'm sorry I didn't dive into the horse part. I just, like, completely forgot about it. So stupid. If you guys like this video, please feel free to subscribe if you would like to, or like the video, or whatever you want to do to help support. That's fabulous. If you guys want me to do more videos reviewing packs to see if it's something you would like to buy, like if you're at a point where you want to buy a new Sims pack, you don't know what to get, and you want me to review it for you, go ahead and comment that below. Comment what pack or packs you want me to try. You guys have a great day.